Today's Tuesday, November 8th. It's 11:31 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the 500 tick chart of the Micro Bitcoin Futures November 2022 futures contract. Ticker symbol /MBT. MBT, what is it? MBTX22 is the actual contract. So going back to this, I've identified two local support resistance levels. Local resistance is 20,842. Local support is 17,640. And this is where the current price is right now. And what I'm also showing is this downward regression channel where the red band is acting as resistance, the blue band is acting as support, the gray band is acting as both support and resistance. We can see that the overall trend is towards the downside. During the overnight session, because I'm in this short position, I've already placed my OCO order, one cancel other. So in the event my assessment is incorrect and price crosses above 18,440, it's going to close out my trade with a loss of about $25. And best case scenario, price falls below the local support level and closes out my trade at 17,145 is my take profit target, which is pretty much par what it did today, today's lows. So I'm anticipating that if there's a move towards the downside, there is that probability that it could retest the bottom before making a move towards the upside. So that is the rationale for this trade. And if I open up Active Trader, the trade is down $5. So I've been in and out of this position throughout the day, pretty much. As you can see, I'm on my third trade involving the micro Bitcoin. Modest, mediocre, I guess. It's okay. Profit. I happened to close it out just before the 5 o'clock bell, right? So I didn't want to hold it during that 1 hour freeze because if, it gets too volatile, then it could gap up against me. So I thought I'd just limit the win at that point. So that's why it was like a $25 win. So the pricing of the Bitcoin futures is as follows. So here's the futures menu, and these are all the products that can be traded, and the micro Bitcoin futures is right here. So it's /MBT micro Bitcoin futures. So the tick size is 5 points, which is akin to if you're trading stocks, it's a penny. In Bitcoin, it's 5 full points up or down. And each 5 point move up or down is equal to 50 cents. So don't be fooled by this 50 cents because it moves very quickly when a lot of volatility kicks in, like especially what happened this afternoon. And the margin requirement to take one contract is $907. So the alternative, if you had so much extra capital, is right here, the full size Bitcoin futures, where its symbol is /BTC, it's Bitcoin futures. Same size, same tick size is 5, but now instead of 50 cents, it's $25 for every 5 point move up or down. And the margin requirement's 45,375. So here are other contracts here. You have the FX futures, Aussie dollar, US dollar. It's pretty much the same as the FX, where it's 1/1000th of a move for each dollar per contract. Here you have the pound dollar and then euro dollar, as well as Canadian. You have oil, nat gas, right? I've traded a few of these in the past. It's interesting to trade nonetheless. Anyway, back to this. So for the purpose of time, I'll go ahead and pause it. Hopefully when I wake up in the morning and check on this, the move is still towards the downside. And so until the next update, I will be back. Today's Wednesday, November 9th, and it's 6:34 in the morning. So waking up to the trade, I am out of the trade. I got stopped out. It met my target price to close the trade out during the overnight session. And you can see that price was grinding all the way down, way below the local support resistance level. Came down here and then ran right back up, which is now making multiple tests of the local resistance level. So it's probable that price is going to continue grinding before making a run either towards the upside to retest this upper red band, or price will come down and maybe hold and follow this gray line, working its way to lower lows, or it may even fall below this and come down to retest or to test this blue band as local support. But anyway, going back to the trade. So if I show trades, so here's my entry. I shorted my contract last night at 18,190, and price just worked its way down. And my exit price is 17,145, which is literally at the bottom of this candlestick right here. 17,145 is right here. So if you look at the y-axis on the right, you see the bubble, price bubble of 17,145. So it's literally at the bottom of this wick before running right back up. So just one last thing. I had mentioned that I was trading using the tick value, not the dollar value. The tick is a new strategy. I should be paper trading this. I should be testing this, not using real funds. But anyway, I'm keeping a tight stop. That's why I'm trading in production or real cash balance here. So I'm using the tick, and again, this is a new study that I've added to my strategies here. So I was fortunate to short at the almost top and then exit at the very bottom before running right back up. And I have one eye looking at another chart of Bitcoin, and looking to see if price may continue coming down. And if it does come down, again, there is that probability that price is going to probably linger along the gray band before coming down here to test the blue. So I'll be looking for an opportunity. I'm not going to short it now. I don't see the signal yet. Even though it's tempting to short it right here because you have now about 2 consecutive red candlesticks, right? So that could be the start of another continuation move towards the downside, because from my perspective, this is a classic 2-legged pullback, right? So the first leg is a strong move towards the downside, then a bounce, and then a continuation towards the downside. So that would be your 2-legged pullback. But again, I'm just waiting for confirmation, because here price is making multiple tests to break back above local support resistance level. So I'm just waiting for confirmation, which is, I'm looking at a different screen. So just to go back to this trade, so my entry price was 18,190, and my exit price was 17,145. So I'll subtract that, 145. So the spread between my entry and my stop is $1,045. But for Bitcoin, a micro Bitcoin, each value, tick value, was 5. So I divide that by 5, which gives me 209 ticks. This was a 209 tick move. And if I multiply it by 50 cents, because that was the tick value, the trade was $104.50. So, yeah, I'll take it. Again, this was a test of a new strategy. Again, I should be paper trading this. I shouldn't be using real money, but I thought I'd just mitigate the risk and keep a tight stop. So I was fortunate to partake in this move towards the downside. Also, had I used the full Bitcoin, right, which was $25 per tick, this would have been a $5,000 trade alone, this move right here. But don't want to rush into it. I need to keep testing this to validate the strategy, and then possibly something to consider down the road. So until the next setup, what I'll do is I'll end it here, and then I'll record another study. So I'll be back.